You know that feeling, right? You grab what you think is the right charger for your phone, plug it in, and then, well, you watch in slow motion as the charging icon barely even moves.
Oh, definitely. Or you're stuck untangling that spaghetti mess of cables.
Exactly. All these incompatible cables, one for each gadget, and you're just hunting for the one that actually promises a fast charge. It feels like you're navigating this, like, fast charging
It
maze.
really does. It's a common frustration.
Well, today on the Deep Dive, we're taking a close look at what feels like a truly pivotal moment in mobile charging.
Hmm.
We're going to explore a new smartphone and a rising standard that promises to cut through all that confusion. The aim,
Yeah.
making your tech life hopefully a whole lot simpler.
That's right. We're zeroing in on the OnePlus Ace 5 Ultra. It launched back in May 2025.
Okay.
And what makes it so significant, really, is that it's the industry's first phone to get 40W UFCS certification.
USCS. Okay, we'll unpack that.
Yeah, and this isn't just, another number on a spec sheet. It signals a strategic shift, a deliberate move towards much greater interoperability.
Interoperability in what's been, let's face it, a super fragmented fast-charging landscape for years.
Exactly. Super fragmented.
So, okay, let's unpack this charging maze idea a bit more. What's really going on here?
Well, the core problem, as you've probably experienced yourself, is this proliferation of proprietary fast charging standards.
Right. Proprietary, meaning company-specific.
Precisely. Think of companies like Qualcomm, they have their quick charge.
Ah.
OPPO has Super VOC. Huawei uses its supercharge protocol.
Okay.
Each of these basically has its own secret handshake or, communication password for fast charging.
A password, so if the charger and phone don't match.
If they don't speak exactly the same language, yeah, they typically just default to a much slower basic power output, often as low as like 5 volts at 1 amp.
Which is painfully slow when you actually need power, like now.
Incredibly frustrating. And the direct impact on you, the listener, is pretty substantial.
How so?
Well, you're often forced, really, to rely only on brand-specific chargers and cables if you want those top speeds.
Ah, right. The charger that came in the box.
Usually, yes. And this leads to a lot of inconvenience. You end up having to buy and carry multiple chargers for different devices.
Which costs more money.
It absolutely inflates consumer costs. And beyond that, it's a huge contributor to the growing global mountain of electronic waste.
E-waste, right. All those redundant chargers.
Exactly. It essentially creates a kind of vendor lock-in. You're tied to one ecosystem.
Okay, so that's the problem.
Okay.
And that's precisely where this UFCS steps in. The Universal Fast Charging Specification.
Precisely. UFCS is designed as the answer to this widespread compatibility chaos.
So what is it, fundamentally?
It's a next-generation unified fast charging protocol, engineered specifically to address the current complexity and, crucially, the incompatibility.
And who's behind it? Is it just one company?
No, and that's what's fascinating. It has really strong collaborative backing. It's spearheaded by the China Academy of Information and Communications Technology, CAICT.
Okay, a research institute.
Yeah, a scientific research institute under China's Ministry of Industry and Information Technology, or MIIT.
MIT, okay.
And crucially, it's supported by a powerhouse lineup of leading Chinese smartphone manufacturers. We're talking Huawei, OPPO, Vivo, Xiaomi.
Wow, so the big players are actually working together on this.
Yes. This isn't just some vague agreement. It underscores a concerted, strategic effort to standardize charging, at least within that sphere initially.
And that brings us back to the OnePlus Ace 5 Ultra. It's 40W UFCS certification. That's why it's a landmark.
Exactly. It's a landmark event, not just because of the speed itself, the 40W, but because it establishes this critical precedent for cross-brand interoperability. It's the first.
Okay, let's talk about the phone itself then. What kind of device is leading this charge? You said OnePlus Ace 5 Ultra launched May 2025 in China. High-end.
Definitely positioned as a high-end performance device. It's powered by the MediaTek Dimensity 9400 Plus SO.
9400 plus, that's MediaTek's top tier, right?
Absolutely. It's a cutting-edge 3-nanometer processor. For you, that means serious power efficiency, blazing speeds for gaming, multitasking.
And probably runs cooler, too, with 3 nanometer.
Supposedly, yes. They tout it as the most powerful MediaTek-equipped OnePlus phone to date.
Okay, what else? Display. Battery.
It features a pretty vibrant 6.83-inch AMOLED display, 1.5K resolution, and a really smooth 144 Hz refresh rate.
So great visuals, smooth scrolling. Nice.
Very nice. And powering all this is a substantial battery, 6,700 mAh. It's a silicon-carbon lithium-ion battery.
Whoa, 6,700 mAh. That's huge. What's sucky-li ion mean?
It's an advanced battery chemistry, silicon-carbon anodes. Basically, they can pack more energy into the same space compared to traditional graphite anodes. So you get longer battery life without a ridiculously thick phone.
A power plant in your pocket, essentially. All-day power.
Should be genuinely all-day power, even for heavy users. Plus, it has other features like a glacier cooling system, sounds fancy, and an IP65 rating.
IP65.
Yeah.
So dust titan, can handle water jets. Decently durable?
Reasonably durable, yeah. You don't have to baby it quite as much.
Okay, so it's a beast of a phone. But now, the charging. You said it's got that 40W UFCS cert.
Yes, but it's important to note its fastest charging capability is actually its own proprietary 100W Super VOOC wired fast charging.
Ah, okay. 100 watts, that's fast. How fast for that huge battery?
They claim it can fully charge that 6,700 mAh battery in approximately 39 minutes.
Wow. Okay, so OnePlus is still pushing their own speed limits.
Clearly, it shows their continued commitment to, pushing the boundaries of raw charging speed within their own ecosystem.
Right. But here's where it gets, really interesting for me. This sounds like a bit of a head-scratcher.
How so?
Well, if it has this blazing 100W Super VOC, how does a 40W UFCS certification even fit in? Isn't that almost, I don't know, a downgrade?
Yep.
Or just confusing?
Yeah, it's a critical distinction to grasp, and it's a fair question. The 40W UFCS certification doesn't limit the phone's maximum charging speed at all.
It doesn't. Okay.
No. Instead, what it signifies is the device's robust compatibility with the UFCS standard, specifically at a 40W power level.
Compatibility. So what does that mean for me, practically?
It means you can reliably charge this phone at 40W with any UFCS-compliant charger. It doesn't matter what brand the charger is.
Oh, okay. So if I have a friend's UFCS charger, even if it's not OnePlus.
As long as it's UFCS certified, you should get a solid 40W charge on the Ace 5 Ultra. Think of it as a kind of strategic dual protocol stance.
Dual protocol, so balancing speed and compatibility.
Exactly. OnePlus is balancing the desire for that cutting-edge speed. Their proprietary 100W Super VOOC provides that with the increasing demand from users for simplicity and cross-brand compatibility.
Which the 40W UFCS offers. It gives you options.
Precisely. You get the best of both worlds, in theory.
Okay, that makes more sense. So UFCS is the compatibility layer. Let's dive deeper into UFCS itself. We know it answers a pain point, but what are its bigger goals? How's it evolving?
Right. UFCS actually has some truly ambitious goals that go way beyond just simple interoperability.
Like what?
Well, it aims to significantly improve charging safety, enhance overall efficiency, and interestingly, reduce manufacturing costs across the industry.
Lower costs. How?
Standardization often leads to economies of scale and simpler designs, but crucially, it's also designed to contribute to global energy conservation, carbon reduction, and sustainable development.
Okay, that's a big claim. How does a charging standard help the environment?
Think about it. Fewer redundant chargers needed means less manufacturing, less shipping, and ultimately drastically less electronic waste because one charger could serve many devices.
Ah, the e-waste angle again.
Right.
A huge win for your wallet and the planet, potentially.
A potentially massive win, and its scope is quite expansive. It's intended not just for phones and tablets, but also for things like industrial pads, electric vehicles, small household appliances, even power tools and public transportation facilities.
Wow, okay. So they envision it as much more than just phone charging, like a foundational power delivery infrastructure.
That seems to be the vision, yes. A truly connected, standardized power world.
And you mentioned adoption is happening fast in China.
Incredibly rapid industry adoption within China, yes. The initial batches of certification certificates were issued back at industry events in September 2022 and April 2023.
So it's been building momentum.
Definitely. By the end of November 2024, reports showed a substantial 160 UFCS Fusion Fast Charging certificates had been issued.
160 certificates already. Any particular company leading the charge, so to speak?
Actually, yes. OPO was reported to be leading the pack with 23 certified products at that time.
Interesting. Okay, so what's next for UFCS? Is there a version 2.0 or something?
There is. UFCS 2.0 is where things get really revolutionary, technically speaking. Its key advancement is support for 40W unauthenticated charging.
Unauthenticated. What does that mean for me? Sounds less secure.
Not really less secure in a data sense. For you, unauthenticated isn't just some technical term. It's the potential game changer.
How so?
Imagine No more checking labels, no more wondering if this specific charger will actually fast charge that specific phone.
Yeah.
It means devices can charge at this 40W level without needing that brand-specific authentication, that digital handshake between the charger and the cable or phone.
So it bypasses the proprietary gatekeepers.
Exactly. It's genuine plug-and-play fast charging at 40W. A universal handshake. That could be liberation for your daily charging routine.
Okay, that sounds good. True cross-brand compatibility at a decent speed.
That's the promise. UFCS 2.0 also brings in other crucial features like mandatory support for reverse charging.
Reverse charging, like using my phone as a power bank.
Precisely. Turning your phone into a power source for smaller accessories like earbuds, and also something called power change.
Power change.
Yeah, it enables real-time power adjustment by the charger based on the device's needs, which improves efficiency and safety. Smarter power delivery.
Got it. So UFCS is evolving quickly. Now, zooming out again. How does UFCS fit into the bigger picture, this whole complex world of fast charging standards?
It's a really dynamic interplay, isn't it, between these open universal standards and the proprietary brand-specific technologies?
Definitely. Can you quickly place it relative to the others we hear about, like USB PD?
Sure. So USB power delivery, USB PD, that's the widely adopted open standard. It works over USB-C, can deliver up to 240 watts now with revision 3.1. Very flexible with features like adjustable voltage supply, AVS, and PPS, programmable power supply.
Right, PD is everywhere now, laptops included.
Pretty much. Then you have Qualcomm Quick Charge, QC. That's proprietary, mainly for Snapdragon devices. QC 5.0 can do over 100W, uses tech like INOV for voltage negotiation.
Okay, and Super VOOC.
Super VOOC is OPO's tech, also used by OnePlus and Realm, known for pushing higher amperage, higher current at relatively lower voltages. Often uses those special dual-cell battery designs to achieve its crazy speeds.
So where does UFCS sit among those?
Well, UFCS has carved out a pretty unique and strategic position.
Strategic how?
Within the Chinese market, it acts as a direct competitor to proprietary standards like Super VOOC and Quick Charge. It offers a universal alternative.
An alternative within China. Okay.
But interestingly, it also complements global open standards like USB power delivery. It's not necessarily trying to replace PD everywhere.
Complements how?
Well, it's unauthenticated charging at 40W, or sometimes cited as 44W. That's a distinct practical advantage over the negotiation complexities sometimes seen with PD at lower wattages. It's simple plug-and-play fast charge.
Right. That unauthenticated feature really seems key.
It's a major differentiator. So you see this clear dichotomy in the industry right now.
Dichotomy.
Meaning you have this relentless wattage race who can hit 200W, 300W first pursued by the proprietary standard.
Yeah, the marketing loves those big numbers.
Absolutely. Versus, on the other hand, a growing emphasis on universal compatibility, which is favored by the open standards like USB PD and now UFCS.
And the OnePlus Ace 5 Ultra, supporting both 100W Super VOOC and 40W UFCS.
Perfectly embodies this strategic navigation. It's trying to play both sides.
So this raises an important question, I think. Is UFCS destined to be a global standard like USB PD, or is it likely to remain primarily regional, focused on China?
That's the big question everyone's watching. Currently, it looks like UFCS is positioning itself as a robust, China-centric, universal fast-charging standard.
China-centric.
For now, yes. It could very well become a powerful regional equivalent or maybe an alternative to USB PD within that huge market.
But could it merge with PD eventually?
There's definitely potential down the line. It could pave the way for future convergence between USCS and USB PD. Standards do evolve and sometimes merge.
Okay, fascinating dynamics. Let's bring this all back home, back to the listener. What are the real-world, day-to-day implications of all these developments?
Well, fundamentally, this is a significantly positive development for you as a consumer.
How so? More choice.
Increased flexibility, definitely. Increased flexibility in your charging solutions. You can now, theoretically, confidently purchase any UFCS certified charger, regardless of the manufacturer.
And reliably get that 40W fast charge on a compatible phone like the Ace 5 Ultra.
Exactly. No more guesswork, hopefully less of that wrong charger anxiety.
That alone sounds appealing.
It substantially enhances consumer convenience. It reduces reliance on those expensive proprietary accessories, and we expect it to stimulate a more competitive, more diverse market for third-party UFCS accessories.
Which could mean lower prices for chargers eventually.
Potentially, yes. More competition usually helps consumers.
And beyond just convenience and cost.
Well, more broadly, the benefits are Really a multitude. It significantly simplifies the charging experience. Think about not needing multiple, often incompatible chargers anymore.
Freeing up drawer space and travel bags.
Absolutely. And that directly contributes, again, to a substantial reduction in electronic waste, which aligns really nicely with global environmental goals.
Right. The sustainability angle is huge.
Yeah.
Less waste is always good.
Always.
You also mentioned safety improvements earlier with UFCS 2.0.
Yes, that's a crucial point too. Enhanced safety, especially thanks to features like that power change we talked about.
Remind me what that does.
It ensures chargers intelligently negotiate and adjust the power delivery in real time based on what the device actually needs at that moment. It's smarter, potentially safer charging, less chance of overheating or damaging the battery.
Okay, smarter, safer, more convenient, less wasteful. Sounds like a win-win-win.
That's the goal. And, the rise of UFCS, alongside the continued evolution of USB power delivery, it really reflects an undeniable industry trend.
A trend towards?
Towards standardization in consumer electronics. It's happening across the board.
What's driving that trend? Just companies being nice?
Well, maybe partly. But mostly it's driven by escalating consumer demand. People like you are tired of the incompatibility mess.
Definitely.
And also growing regulatory pressures. Think about the European Union's mandate for USB-C as a common charger.
Right. Regulation forcing the issue.
Exactly. So this drive for standardization isn't just a nice-to-have anymore. It's becoming a strategic imperative for these companies. And UFCS specifically represents a significant strategic initiative by China to assert its influence in global technology standards.
Okay, so it's consumer demand, regulation, and maybe some geopolitics mixed in.
It's a complex mix, as always.
So to wrap up then, the OnePlus Ace 5 Ultra's 30W UFCS certification, it's more than just a number on a spec sheet.
Much more. It's a tangible, real-world step towards a future where charging is less about being locked into one brand solution.
And more about truly universal convenience. Plug anything in, get a decent charge.
That's the ideal. What's clear is that the fast charging market is at this fascinating crossroads. An intersection of incredibly rapid innovation, those wattage numbers keep climbing, but also persistent fragmentation.
The old proprietary ways versus the new universal push.
Exactly. While proprietary tech will likely continue to push for raw speed records, the accelerating momentum behind universal standards, especially the globally recognized USB PD and the strategically significant China-led UFCS, it really signals a clear path.
A path towards.
A future where, hopefully, a single charger can reliably and safely fast charge a whole diverse range of devices from many different brands.
That sounds like a much simpler future.
It certainly does.
So final thought then, for you listening, what does all this really mean? Try to imagine that world for a second. All your devices charge optimally, quickly, with literally any charger you happen to pick up. How would that simplify your tech life? And thinking bigger, how would that contribute to a more sustainable future with less e-waste?
It's a powerful thought.
And maybe think about this. What other areas of technology, beyond just charging cables, do you think could really benefit from these kinds of universal standards? Something to chew on.